Hello, hi friends. Today our topic about glycolysis. So before discussion of glycolysis, we need information about respiration. So what is respiration? Respiration is one of the catabolic process. Respiration is one of the catabolic process. The substrate molecules like carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids break down into simple molecules to release ATP. So it is one of the exergonic process. Respiration is one of the exergonic process and oxidation process and catabolic process. That means the complex molecules break down into simple molecules. So in the process of respiration, there are two type of respirations are reported in living organisms. So one is aerobic respiration, the second one is anaerobic respiration. So in aerobic respiration, the glucose molecule in aerobic respiration, the glucose molecule break down into, in the presence of O2, the glucose molecule is break down into simple molecule like carbon dioxide, water, and high energy. That is aerobic respiration. And another one is anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration nothing but the glucose break down into ethyl alcohol in the absence of O2. That is known as anaerobic respiration. But today our topic about aerobic respiration. In the process of aerobic respiration, there are four important reactions are present. In the process of aerobic respiration, there are four important reactions are present. In aerobic respiration, the four important reactions are present. The first one is glycolysis. The second one, pyruvic oxidative decarboxylation. And third one is Krebs cycle. And fourth one is ATS. How many reactions are there? Four reactions are present in aerobic respiration: glycolysis, pyruvic oxidative decarboxylation, Krebs cycle, and ATS. But today we are discussing about first reaction of glycolysis. So glycolysis occurs in cytoplasm of the cell in anaerobic as well as aerobic organ. That means glycolysis is the common reaction. So why the glycolysis is considered as a common reaction? It is reported in aerobic as well as anaerobic organs. This reaction is reported in aerobic organs as well as anaerobic organs. Are you clear? So that's why it is a common reaction. It occurs in cytoplasm. In this process, one glucose molecule break down into 2 pyruvic acid. Are you clear? The one glucose molecule break down into 2 pyruvic acid. No utilization of O2, no evolution of the CO2 in this process. O2 not utilized and CO2 not evolved in this process. Only one glucose molecule is break down into 2 pyruvic acids. In this reaction, there are 10 important reactions are present in glycolysis. Are you clear? The glycolysis is also known as EMP pathway. Why it is EMP pathway? The glycolysis reported by 3 scientists. One is Imbudan, Mayer of Paranas. In abbreviation, so the first letter of scientist EMP, second scientist, third one Imbudan, Mayer of Paranas. That's why it is called EMP pathway. It occurs in cytoplasm of the cell. It is a common reaction in aerobic as well as anaerobic organs. In respiration, it is the first reaction. So in this reaction, the first reaction is phosphorylation. So what will happen in the phosphorylation? In the phosphorylation, the glucose molecule, now this is the glucose molecule, utilize one ATP molecule. The glucose molecule utilize one ATP molecule to form glucose 6-phosphate. This reaction is catalyzed by exokinase. And also Mg, magnesium cofactor, is also essential for increase the rate of the reaction. Then second reaction is isomerization. In the second reaction, the glucose 6-phosphate, isomerized into fructose 6-phosphate. Are you clear? The glucose 6-phosphate isomerized into fructose 6-phosphate. Only molecules are shifted into glucose 6-phosphate to fructose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate is isomerized into fructose 6-phosphate in the presence of exophosphoisomerase. And third reaction is phosphorylation. The third reaction is phosphorylation. The fructose 6-phosphate again utilize one ATP molecule to form fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. This reaction is catalyzed by phosphofructokinase. So generally glucose contain how many carbon atoms? 6 carbons. So in all substrates and products, 6 carbons are present. The 6 carbons are present in this. In this also 6 carbons are present. The 6 carbon of fructose 1,6 bisphosphate is undergoes cleavage as a result to form dihydroxyacetone phosphate as well as glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate or 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde. This reaction is catalyzed by which enzyme? Aldolase enzyme. Then fifth reaction is isomerization. So in this reaction, in the previous reaction in cleavage, dihydroxyacetone phosphate is also undergoes isomerization. Again form another G3P molecule. Due to the cleavage of the fructose 1,6 bisphosphate, the DHAP now 3 carbons are reported. In G3P have 3 carbons. Totally 3 plus 3, 6 carbons. Okay students. Then DHAP also isomerized into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Total how many G3Ps are formed? 2 G3Ps. In the fourth reaction is 1 G3P. In the fifth reaction 1 G3P. Totally 2 moles of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphates are formed. Then the 2 moles of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate undergoes oxidation and to form 2 molecules of 1,3 diphosphoglyceric acid. 1,3 diphosphoglyceric acid. This reaction is catalyzed by G3P dehydrogenase. It is very important reaction. In this process, G3P is undergoes oxidation. Due to the oxidation of the G3P, the protons and electrons are transferred to NADP. Now this is reduced. It is undergoes oxidation. Then NAD is the cofactor. It is reduced into NADH and also form to protons. Student, very important point. Do G3P molecules undergoes oxidation. Due to the oxidation of G3P molecules, electrons and protons are transferred to NAD to form NADH and this reaction is catalyzed by G3P dehydrogenase. Only one oxidation reaction is present in glycolysis. Only one oxidation. So the seventh reaction is dephosphorylation. Dephosphorylation is nothing but is also known as substrate level phosphorylation. What is SLP? Nothing but substrate level phosphorylation. In this reaction, the substrate molecule is undergoes dephosphorylation. As a result of dephosphorylation, inorganic phosphates are bind with ADP. To form 2 ATPs as well as 2 molecules of 3-PCA formed. 3-phosphoglyceric acid is also formed. So 3-PCA formed and 2 ATPs also formed. So it is a substrate level phosphorylation. This reaction is catalyzed by phosphoglycerokinase. Then eighth reaction, isomerization. So the 2 moles of 3-PCA, 3-phosphoglyceric acid is undergoes isomerization to form 2 moles of 2-PCA, 2-phosphoglyceric acid. This reaction is catalyzed by mutase enzyme. And next one is ninth reaction is dehydration. So in this reaction, 2 moles of 2-PCA undergoes dehydration. So due to the dehydration, the 2-PCA lose 2 water molecules to form 2 moles of 2-PEP, phosphoenolopyruvic acid. 2 phosphoenolopyruvic acid. How many phosphoenolopyruvic acids are formed? 2 phosphoenolopyruvic acids are formed, as well as 2 water molecules released. 2 water molecules released in the presence of enolase. Then the final reaction of the glycolysis, dephosphorylation. Dephosphorylation is also known as SLP. In this 2-PEP, so 2-PEP, 2 moles of phosphoenolopyruvic acid is undergoes dephosphorylation. As a result of dephosphorylation, the inorganic phosphates are react with ADP to form ATP. And final product is 2 pyruvic acids are formed. Okay, this is the last final reaction. This reaction is catalyzed by pyruvic kinase. There are 10 important reactions are present in glycolysis. So, how many phosphorylation reactions are reported in glycolysis? 2. The first reaction and third reaction is phosphorylation reactions. How many dephosphorylation reactions are reported in glycolysis? Then 7th and 10th. All reactions, name and reaction and enzymes very important for NEET and EAMCET examination. Then serial number is also very important, and name of the reaction is also important, and name of the substrate, name of the product, and name of the catalyst. So very important, and carbon number is also important. So in the fourth reaction, the fructose 1,6 bisphosphate is contains 6 carbon. So when it is undergoes cleavage, then 3 carbon of DHAP and 3 carbon of G3P is formed. So finally, no carbon is released. That's why the pyruvic acid is contained finally 3 carbon. So how many carbon atoms are present in pyruvic acid? There are 3 carbon are present in 2 pyruvic acids. Are it clear? So 6 molecules, 6 carbon of glucose 6-phosphate undergoes oxidation and to release 3 carbon of 2 pyruvic acids. The final reaction of the glycolysis. So for example, this is the glucose molecule. Are you clear? How many ATPs are formed? So there are 4 ATPs are formed. 4 ATPs. So count cheyandi ikkada. In this there are how many dephosphorylation reactions are there? 7th and 8th is the dephosphorylation. In the 7th reaction 2 ATPs. In the 10th reaction 2 ATP. Total 2 plus 2, 4 ATPs formed. So here 4 ADP and 4 inorganic phosphate utilize 4 ATPs formed. Totally how many NADHs are formed? So 2. So how many oxidations are there? Only 1 oxidation is there. So 1 nothing but, so 2 G3Ps are undergoes oxidation 2 times. So that's why 2 G3P nothing but 2 NADHs. So 2 NADHs are formed and 2 protons also released. So one dehydration is one reaction. So totally 2 water molecule is released. So 2 water molecule released in which reaction? 9th reaction. So this is it. So glucose break down into 2 pyruvic acid and 4 ATP and 4 NAD. This is the net gain of glycolysis. Net gain of glycolysis. So how many pyruvic acid? The 2 pyruvic acid, 4 ATP and 2 NADHs and 2 water molecules released in this glycolysis. In this glycolysis reaction, no O2 utilized and CO2 is also not evolved. Only 2 pyruvic acids and 4 ATP molecules and 2 NADHs are formed. So 2 pyruvic acid is undergoes second reaction. So what is the second reaction in the aerobic respiration? Pyruvic oxidative decarboxylation. So totally how many ATPs are formed? 4 ATPs and 2 NADHs. When the 2 NADHs, so 2 NADHs are undergoes, so they involved in ETS, electron transport system. Every NADH to release 2 ATPs. So nothing but 2 NADH nunchi 1 NADH is equal to, when the 2 NADHs are undergoes ETS, electron transport system, every NADH indirectly to produce 2 ATPs. So nothing but 1 NADH is equal to 2 ATPs. So ఇక్కడ total how many NADHs are formed? 2 NADs. So 2 into 2, totally 4 ATPs are formed in this 8th reaction, and directly 4 ATPs are formed. So 4 ATPs directly and 4 ATPs through ETS. So SLP నుంచి ఎన్ని ఫామ్ అవుతున్నాయి? 4 ATPs. ETS నుంచి ఎన్ని ఫామ్ అవుతున్నాయి? 4 ATPs. So totally 8 ATPs are formed in glycolysis. But 2 ATPs are consumed in first reaction and third reaction. So 2 ATPs are utilized in the first and third reaction. So minus 2 ATPs. Minus 2 ATPs. Totally how many ATPs are formed? Net gain of ATPs? 6 ATPs. So the balance is very important, students. So total 4 ATPs are formed through SLP. SLP. Substrate level phosphate. So SLP ద్వారా 4 ATPs direct గా ఫామ్ అవుతున్నాయి. When the 2 NADHs are undergoes electron transport system, so every NADH to give 2 ATPs. So that means 4 ATPs. 1 NADH is equal to 2 ATPs. So nothing but 2 NADH is equal to 4 ATPs. So 4 plus 4, 8 ATPs. But 2 ATPs are consumed in first and third reaction. So total net gain is 6 ATPs are formed in glycolysis reactions. So every reaction and every substrate and every product and catalyst very very important for NEET and MCET examination point of లో కానీ నీట్ కానీ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో అదే కాకుండా ఈ గ్లైకాలసిస్లో మెయిన్గా న్యూమరికల్ బిట్స్ చాలా అడుగుతారు అంటే హౌ మెనీ ఆక్సిడేషన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్, హౌ మెనీ పాస్ఫోరిలేషన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్, how many isomerizations are there, how many dehydrations are there. For example, so if the 10 glucose molecules are involved in glycolysis process, how many ATPs are formed? Through SLP. Through SLP. So for example, 1 glucose నుంచి ఎన్ని ATPs ఫామ్ అవుతున్నాయి? through SLP 4 ATP. అంటే ఒక 10 గ్లూకోజెస్ వచ్చి నేను అడిగిన అనుకో 10 గ్లూకోజెస్కు ఎన్ని ATPs ఫామ్ అవుతాయి అన్నాడు అనుకోండి. సో ఇక్కడ మనకు ఆల్రెడీ తెలుసు ఒక గ్లూకోజ్కు 4 ATPs వస్తుంది. అంటే 1 గ్లూకోజ్కు 4 ATPs వస్తుంది. సో 10కి ఎన్ని వస్తాయి? అప్పుడు 40 ATPs ఫామ్ అవుతాయి. 40 ATPs ఫామ్ అవుతాయి. సో ఇట్లా క్వశ్చన్స్ న్యూమరికల్ బిట్స్ అండ్ ATP నెంబర్ కానీ లేదా NADHs. ఇప్పుడు 1 గ్లూకోజ్కు 2 NADHs, 1 గ్లూకోజ్కు 2 NADHs and 10 గ్లూకోజ్కు ఎన్ని? 20 NADHs. ఆర్ యూ క్లియర్? సో నెంబర్ అండ్ దానిలో కార్బన్ నెంబర్ కానీ రియాక్షన్ నేమ్ కానీ ఎంజైమ్ నేమ్ కానీ ఇట్లా రేషియోస్ ఆల్సో. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ హౌ మెనీ phosphorylation, how many dephosphorylation reactions are reported in glycolysis? So 1 phosphorylation, 2 phosphorylations are there. And how many dephosphorylations are reported in glycolysis? The 7th and 8th, 9th, sorry. So 7th and 10th, so 2. So what is the ratio in between the dephosphorylation and phosphorylation? So nothing but 1:1. So students, every reaction, so analysis. So what is name of the reaction and what is substrate and what is product and which enzyme is involved in these reactions, and also very important thing about and numerical ratios and number, carbon number and number of ATPs, number of NADHs, how many glucose molecules are involved in glycolysis. For example, 2G3P is equal to how many ATPs? 4 ATPs. డైరెక్ట్ గ్లూకోజ్ నుంచి కాకుండా ఇక్కడ నుంచి అడుగుతాడు. 2G3Pకి ఎన్ని ATPs ఫామ్ అవుతాయి? SLP నుంచి 4 ATPs. సో 2G3P నుంచి ETS ద్వారా ఫామ్ అయ్యే ATPలు ఎన్ని? 4 ATPs. అది క్లియర్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ 2 బదులు 4 ఇస్తాడు, అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ డబుల్ చేయాలి మనం. సో ఏదో ఒక ప్రోడక్ట్ తీసుకొని దానికి ఈ ETS ద్వారా కానీ లేదా SLP నుంచి ఫామ్ అయిన ATPలకు లింక్ చేసి క్వశ్చన్స్ ఫామ్ అయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి. ఎక్కువ కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి. చూడడానికి సింపుల్గా ఉంటుంది బట్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్ ఎక్కువ అవుతుంది. సో క్లారిటీ రావాలంటే సో ప్రతిదీ అనాలిసిస్ చేసుకొని నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ATPs, నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ NADHs అండ్ నేమ్ ఆఫ్ ద రియాక్షన్స్ అన్నీ ఒక సిస్టమేటిక్గా మీరు ఆర్డర్లో రాసుకుంటే క్లారిటీగా వచ్చేస్తుంది, కన్ఫ్యూజన్ అనేది ఉండదు. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ నీట్ అండ్ ఎంసెట్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ. అండ్ అనదర్ reactions are there, the pyruvic oxidative and Krebs cycle, ETS. We will discuss another classes. Okay students.